Okay, there we go. Hi, you guys. Okay, so I'm totally gonna sit out here and I just wanted to say a few things to you guys. I hope that you can hear me because the laptop's kind of far away. But I wanted to make this because I think that there are a lot of you who maybe you want to start your own business, or maybe you think of doing something on the side to bring in some extra money. And for some reason, when you start plotting and planning in your head what you can do to maybe make that an actual possibility for yourself, I think what happens is a lot of us, most of us, especially as women, will talk ourselves out of it, usually because of fear or some sort of, well, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if my ideas are bad? What if other people don't like my ideas? Um, and maybe you're like, how am I going? We don't have enough money for this. What am I going to do to make this happen? How could I even make it happen? And so then what happens is before you've even started, you're already talking yourself out of doing things. And this is not just with like a business. I think it also happens when people go to address any type of goal or obstacle, including physical fitness goals, when it's something that you've never done before, or maybe for some reason you've got people around you right now who you think that the people around you would be less than accepting of your ideas. So maybe you want to go back to school, and everybody around you has convinced themselves that going to school is too expensive, it's not worth it, it takes too much time, and they just come up with all these reasons of why they think it's impossible. And so you kind of also maybe are telling yourself that as well. So that's just one example. I really today wanted to try to talk specifically about business or income, because those of you that know me really personally and really closely, you know that we, in our life, in my personal life, we have had a lot of things happen in the last year, that have been very, very hard, that, excuse me, they have been very challenging, and they were obstacles that um, could have been, had I allowed them to be, very acceptable reasons to completely give up on and completely change a lot of the goals that I had set for myself and the things that I want to do in life. Um, and I won't go into detail too much into all of those things that have happened, but I do want to give you a little bit of an idea of some of the things that I have had to go through in the last year, so that you can understand that um, the things that you see on social media and all the happy pictures of people, maybe people that are now at a point in their business or their entrepreneurial venture, or maybe their startup, it's finally getting off the ground, they're finally being able to pay their bills, they're finally being able to do these things. Those things that you see, all the successes that people show us, including myself, all the things that you see on social media, it is motivational and it is helpful to see all these successes. But a lot of times what happens is we don't show the struggles that we're going through, and so you're not aware of all of these things that people, most of us, have going on in our lives. Most people get into arguments with their spouses. You see all these happy couples everywhere. They have days where they're not getting along with their spouse. Most people, even super fit athletes, have days where they don't want to do their workout. They're in a bad mood. They're grumpy. Somebody said something and they allowed it to affect their emotions. And so they maybe are feeling anxious or scared or sad or angry. Um, a lot of women, especially women who look super happy, they too, including myself, we feel anger inside. We have emotions. We all do, as humans, have emotions. So I want you, if you are telling yourself at some point in time in the near future, or if you have been struggling at all with this mindset of telling yourself that you have too many challenges going on in your life, or that your life right now is too crazy for you to pursue your goals, and so you'll just do it later. I want to encourage you to stop that, because the obstacles, the life challenges, the hardships, the struggling moments, the emotional days, they don't just all disappear. Things don't just someday, one day get easier. Even if you do start to make more money, or you do start to communicate more with your spouse, or you do stop fighting with your teenager, um, every single day you're going to have new things that come up, and there's going to be a new drama somewhere in your life, with a coworker, a family member. People get sick, people die. These are things that happen in our life. So there's not ever like an easy or convenient time to start working on your goals, okay? And I wanted to make sure that I shared that with you guys today, because I myself just today went out into the community and I picked up another part time job so that I can help bring in more income, so that I can invest that income into the business and continue to be able to pay our bills. And also for me, there is kind of, because I do work a lot from home and I go to school from home, and I do a lot of work online, and I'm very frequently in a digital space, other than like face to face one on one sessions that I schedule with people here and there. I do primarily work a lot online. And so, in a little bit of a way, me going out in the community and working part time is going to be very, um, almost kind of therapeutic for me. For those of you that don't know, we have a special needs son, and um, it is very good, I think, to, if you have yourself, maybe you are a caregiver, or you have a spouse or a family member or anyone in your home who has like special needs, or is just very demanding for some reason. Maybe there's physical limitations of some kind, or an actual disability, PTSD, things like that. um, what happens, especially as women, if you are a woman who's watching this, I think that it's easy to, get that caregiver burnout. And so I wanted to address that as well, that if you right now are like at home and you're trying to do all these things, and you're starting to, all your friends are online, you only are talking to people through Facebook, you maybe don't go out, maybe you quit partying or quit drinking, and you're trying to figure out even what to do to socialize, I just want to encourage you um, to simply start by just going outside. Even if you have to take your kids with you, um, try to go outside a little bit more. It does help, and it also, I think, is very empowering, because it does give you a moment to disconnect from the laptop or your phone and your electronic devices. Hopefully, you aren't like driving around while you're on your phone, or even, while you're pushing your stroller. Hopefully, you're not just like sitting there looking at your phone. Hopefully you are, getting outside. The weather's changing, it's going to get colder. That doesn't mean you have to go and hole yourself up into, your houses, although those of you that live up north like we do, it is very tempting as it starts to get cold to just stay inside all the time. And I really want to encourage you to continue to try to get outside, get that fresh air. If you can, get as much sunlight as you can, before we shift into the fall and winter months here. And I really look forward to talking with you guys more via video a lot, as I am filling up my schedule on my calendar a lot and will be very, very busy. So I may be writing a little bit less and doing more video to make up for that. So anyway, I hope that some of my words helped you a little bit today, and encourage you all to do the best that you can do in regards to your own goals. Don't give up on yourself. If you got people that are talking crap or trying to bring you down in your life, don't listen to them. Put your blinders on, go put on a motivational video. Shoot me a private message if you need to, if you have any questions in regards to, any obstacles that you're struggling with your own goals. I would love to hear from you, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye.